Hey, it's Central Valley Business. I'm your host, Steve Walling. My guest for this segment is Arsen Marsoobian.
Marsoobian.
Marsoobian with Soob Enterprises.
Soob Enterprises, yes, sir.
Welcome to the show, Arsen.
Thank you, Steve.
And we got some important things to talk about today, don't we?
I sure hope so.
Well, that's it. We're talking, mainly today, we're speaking to employers, aren't we?
Yes.
And we're talking to employers about one of the major costs that they have as they run their business, and often they don't even realize it, and that's employee retention, right?
Correct.
So what do we got about employee retention? What do you want to tell us?
We're doing the survey of about 500 companies.
Right.
I found out that 78% of today's business leaders have that as a concern, engagement and retention of employees. And so how do you do that?
You know,
how do you recruit good people and keep them?
Recruiting is one thing, and it's very expensive in today's world, particularly if you're looking for professional individuals.
Yes.
But you recruit them, but then you got to train them up. So, you invest a lot of your company's time and oftentimes company dollars. It's all part of the, the overhead of doing business. And you raise them up in your company. They're really great employees, and they find something somewhere else, and they're gone. That's what you don't want to see happen. How do we keep them?
You know, on that point about leaving,
yeah,
in the survey, they also found that 23% of those trained employees will jump ship for just 10% raise.
That's that can be tough.
and with the economy changing like it is, a few years ago when the economy was in a tank, anybody would take any job,
right,
and keep it. Now that we're seeing this change occurring, we're seeing a lot more movement.
And there's a lot of competition in the employee market for qualified employees.
Qualified is a key thing, and there's a key employees. So this program is so unique that I've been in the life insurance business for 38 years, since 1980. Is that 38 years? Maybe longer.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, do the life insurance, so I ought to be able to do the math. Right?
Yeah, that's it.
But we've come up with this program that will keep people, some of your key people with you.
How does that program work, Arsen?
Okay. We have a program that allows people to provide life insurance package,
right,
for the death benefit. Provide a income, tax-free income, to the employee 3 to 4 times more than he's making when he's working.
Really? Is that
after about 15 to 20 years? And the uniqueness of this, Steve, is that there's little or no out-of-pocket cost for the company,
really,
or the employee. That's the thing that makes it unique. I mean, we can give you a package of $2 million of life insurance,
right,
and an income. If you're making $75,000 to $100,000 a year,
right,
be able to retire on $250,000 to $300,000 a year, income tax free.
Keep talking. You got me really interested here.
Income tax free. See, what's happened is the tax laws and retirement plans and rules of retirement have changed.
Yeah.
In my time, you went to work, you worked for the city,
you put in your time,
company, you get 2% a year. The pension plans. But a lot of those have imploded.
Yeah, they've just gone away.
They've gone away. And so now everybody's kind of on their own. So the government came up with the IRAs. They came up with 401ks.
Right.
And now you get to take a tax deduction for those things, and you're just really proud of it.
Yeah.
Problem is, when you have $700,000 or $1 million in your 401k, and you turn 70, and they say, "Oh, you got to spend that."
Yeah.
It's, well, I don't want to spend it. Well, I'm sorry, but you have to spend it, because if you don't spend it,
we're going to tax it.
Yeah. Do that. So you have to start taking that money.
Yeah.
And in the life expectancy, if you've taken that money for 20 to 30 years, if you retire at 65, I'm 83 right now, so it's a possibility of.
Oh, listen,
we're to 90.
We're getting there,
I saw some statistics the other day, and I don't have all the numbers, but over a 20-year period of time of putting money into an IRA,
right,
you would save around $35,000 in taxes. You take that money and it has grown to $1 million.
Right.
You will pay over $700,000 in taxes on that program.
Somebody's making money, and it's not you, is it?
It's not you. So
Soob Enterprises, you've got this program for employers that allows them to put together a package for their employees that takes care of life insurance. Is there disability involved with that? No disability. Okay, but it will provide for them at a level that they're not going to get dinged, right?
Never. They won't find it any place, and the employee doesn't have to put out any money.
And that's great.
And the employer puts little or no cost out at the same time for the program.
Okay, Arsen, if I'm an employer and I'm watching this right now, how do I get a hold of you? Because this is something I want to know about.
You can contact me at 559-326-8583.
Say that again.
559-326-8583.
And do we have anything online, a web page or Facebook or anything?
No. The best way that they can reach me on email, I want to send out an email, get some information, is just Arsen, A-R-S-E-N.
A-R-S-E-N.
At Marsoobian.
Marsoobian.
M-A-R-S-O-O-B-I-A-N. Safe, S-A-F-E. Money. MONEY.com. Marsoobian SafeMoney.com.
Ooh, I like that.
Thank you.
Do we have anything else we want to talk to employers about before we close off this segment?
Let me see my notes. Oh, yes, very important point.
Okay.
This is not an ERISA program.
Okay.
So there is no need to take the money at 70.5. There's no reporting. The money is going to come income tax free at retirement.
At your choice of retirement time.
At choice of retirement time. So there's a lot of things that we can do. And one other point, this is the best time to take a look at transferring your 401k money or your IRA money or your SEP money, because you're going to transfer it at the lower new tax law. So if you were in a 35% tax bracket,
right,
and you transferred it a couple months ago, it's going to cost you 35%.
Right.
Now it's only going to cost you 28%.
Oh, I like that.
If you're in a 28% bracket, it's only going to cost you 22% to transfer it. So it's a 7% savings on the transfer of the tax, and you get out of having to pay that tax.
That 700. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that anymore. Yeah.
And
Okay.
That big tax at the end, you get out of that. By
Arsen, that sounds great. Sounds like you got a wonderful product for people, particularly employers. But if I happen to be an employee and I like what you got, I can talk to my boss and say, you need to get a hold of this guy.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Thanks for being on the show, Arsen.
Thank you very much.
Good luck with this, and come back and, as the tax laws and stuff change and the products unfold, come back and talk to me about it, all right?
I would love to. Thank
all right.
you. Thanks for having me.
And I'll see you when we come back.